All right, guys, welcome to Team TNT's training number 3. We've got a lot to cover today, and I'm super excited to be sharing a few things with you guys on how to get your team started strongly, as well as yourselves if you want to get your business cranking or restart. The first thing I basically want to talk about is there's really only 5 parts to this business, and those 5 parts are share the products, share the business, build relationships, events, and then self-development. And I might have mentioned this last week, but if you just do those 5 things on a consistent daily basis, you will be successful in this business. So when I'm talking about sharing the products, you might share that through social media. You might ring some family and friends and tell them about the products. You might inspire healthy living, and then people are, asking you what you're doing because you're glowing and you've got more energy and that kind of thing. So sharing the products is quite easy. You might meet a new stranger down the street or something, or someone working behind a counter and they're talking about how tired they are or how sick their kids are, that kind of thing. So it's about just listening and then offering Juice Plus as a solution. So sharing the products is easy. Sharing the business and the lifestyle opportunity is a little bit harder, but what we want to do, and what I spoke about last week, is you want to be attractive to people. You want people to come to you and say, hey, Christine, what are you doing? You look like you're having so much fun. You look like you're working your own hours, or whatever it is. So sharing the business, also thinking about what kind of people do you want to work with, and what characteristics do they have, and then just putting the business opportunity in front of them. Maybe asking them, if I sent you an invitation to an event, would you come along? So sharing the business, you don't have to say too much to people. I would just ask them to come to an event and let the event do the work for you, and say less to more people. Basically, you hear that all the time in this business. Number 3, building relationships. So building relationships, again, it's not hard to do. And I love this business because it rekindles you with so many people from your past. You can rebuild those relationships. So a way to build relationships again, reach out to people that maybe you haven't spoken to in a few years. So go onto your friends' Facebook pages and have a look through their friends on their Facebook page, and just see if you know anyone in there. There could be people from the old school days that you want to reach out to. And I don't want you going out there and blurting Juice Plus all over those people, but, just send them a friend request if you know who they are and you haven't spoken in a while. And then when they accept it, just say, hey, oh my goodness, Christine, it's been years. What have you been up to? Your face popped up on my Facebook screen the other day, and I thought, I haven't spoken to you in a while, so I thought I'd reach out and say hi. You don't have to mention anything. Just find out what's going on in people's lives. They'll soon scroll through your page anyway, and they'll see what you're up to. And if they're interested in knowing more, they're going to ask you about it, or eventually the conversation one day will steer around Juice Plus. So always look to build relationships, and always look for a creative way to stay in touch with people. So if you might even build a relationship with your hairdresser, or with your plumber, or with your beautician, or the lady that works behind the counter at the local fruit and veg shop, or, whatever it is. Just start building these relationships so that one day you can invite them along to something, or to take a closer look at what you've got. What was the other one I was talking about? Promoting events. So events are huge, as you know, and we are now going to be doing one launch event at least a week on a Wednesday night, where all our new team can use that one event for their launch to all their friends and family. I think it's going to be a massive event for us, and really change how these people get started really strongly. So I'm very excited about that. So promoting events is really easy. It's basically spend 5 to 10 minutes a day just promoting 1 to 2 people to the next event. Yeah, I don't want you going out there and inviting every single Facebook friend you've got, but really think about people. Think about why you think that person would come along to this event. What would they get out of it? Why have you thought of them? Is it because you want to work with like-minded people and you think that, they've got a huge heart, or they're business minded, or, you know, whatever it is. Like, just think about each person and go, yep, I think Christine would love this event because she's in the health and fitness industry, you know, and she might be looking for something. So actually tell that person, make it personal, why you think they would like this event, and then invite them along. And then number 5 is personal growth and self-development. You know, Jeff Roberti has got a great saying where he says, if you grow, your business will grow. So you have to go to work on yourself, yeah? And that's why we recommend so many self-development books and audios and things like that, because the more that you grow as a confident leader that can speak with passion and conviction and can get into that peak resourceful state every day, the better your business is going to go. So last week the focus was on self-development, and I recommended everyone have access to GoPro All Access, which is Eric Warray's Network Marketing Pro online resource center, where you get access to all the best speakers in the industry. And what you would do is you would take notes on all the speakers, but then what I do is I've got a gold book. So I take 2 or 3 key concepts out of each speaker, and then I go and put them in my gold book. So the gold book is just full of gold. It's just full of gold nuggets. So every time I scroll through there, there's always stuff in there that I can use and re-implement in my business. So I highly recommend that if you don't have access to GoPro All Access, reach out to someone who does, so you can get, you know, access using their login details, or actually subscribe yourself, because then you're going to value it more. I think it's only about 20 or 30 bucks a month anyway. It's not a huge outlay. And you should all have a personal self-development budget anyway, something that you're going to spend per year on growing yourself, yeah, reinvesting in yourself. So as Jim Rohn says, like, you can go to university and, you know, you can get a degree, you can get educated, and that's going to give you an income, but it's self-education that gives you a fortune, yeah. So you've always got to be going to work on yourself. So that's all I wanted to say about the 5 parts to the business. If you are doing anything, if you've got 20 minutes spare, or maybe you've got an hour here or there, if you're doing anything, it has to be one of those 5 things. If it's not, then don't do it, yeah? So that's a really good measure and a great way to build your daily method of operation around those 5 things. The next thing I want to talk about was the 7 skills to this industry and to this type of business. And if you don't have a copy of GoPro, please get your hands on one. It's about $4. You can get it delivered straight to your door. You can listen to the audio, which is on YouTube. Your upline may even have some spare copies, but get your hands on this book. This is like the industry Bible. This is your go-to book that you will use throughout your entire career with Juice Plus. So there's 7 skills in here, and you know what? They're not hard skills. They're easy, but they're also easy not to do, and that's why a lot of people drop off, because you know, what's easy to do is also easy not to do, and where we focus, sometimes people's focus tends to go off these skills and in other areas. So skill number 1 is finding prospects. You know, there's a whole chapter in here to help you guys find prospects. I often get it. People think they're exhausting their contact list. You will never, ever, ever run out of contacts in this business. There are people all around you that you haven't even thought of yet or shared the business or the products with. So yeah, so go and check that one out. Skill number 2 is inviting prospects to understand your product or business opportunity. So how, like, once you've got people and you know that you want to put it in front of people, how do you actually get them to understand what you have to offer? That's an awesome skill to have. Number 3 is presenting your product or business opportunity. So you've set up the meeting, you're going to have a coffee with these people, but how do you actually present the business opportunity or the products to them? So that, again, another awesome skill to have. Number 4 is following up with your prospects. And don't worry if you've had an event and then it's taken you 2 weeks to get back to people. You know, life got in the way or whatever. I would still pick up the phone. I would still follow up with them. And I would never, ever cross anyone off my list. Doesn't matter when they've come into my life or what they've said to me. Even if they've said no, I take that as a no, not now. And it's amazing looking back over my 30-day grids over the last 3 years, I've still got people coming on board now as a distributor or a customer that I mentioned it 2-3 years ago. So don't ever discard anybody. Just keep them all in your contact book. I've got a book like this, and in the front I've got all my business people who I'm talking to about the business, and then when you flip it over, these are all my product conversations at the back, and people that I want to talk to about, products or business. So I'm always growing my list. It's like my constant memory jog that I'm always adding people to. And then the 30-day grid is where you actually put people's names, your active 30-day grid. So, these tools are easy. They're so easy, and you guys should be using them every day. Skill number 5 is helping your prospects become customers or distributors, which is, again, an awesome skill to have. Skill number 6 is helping your new distributor getting started right, and we've got some systems in place to help with that. And then number 7 is promoting events. So if you feel like you're not promoting events, you're inviting lots of people and they're not actually turning up, or that you keep getting no's, then go and read that chapter. Go and read how to actually promote an event. What I'm getting people to do is actually pick one skill out of those 7 that you feel like is your weakest area, and for the next 30 days, go and hone in on that skill. Yeah, just pick one skill. I'm not asking you to master all 7, but if you can pick one, it might be that you want to help get people to the events because, maybe your conversion rate is not that great. So whatever it is, can't stress enough, get your hands on a copy of this book, get access to his GoPro All Access as well, and start developing your skills in that area. The other thing I wanted to touch on today too is helping a new team member get started strong. So we've got the 2-page document, which I'm getting awesome feedback from, setting their expectations up from the start and just really finding out why they want to do this business, whether it's for more money or to help people or just to meet new people, join a community. Once you know that, then you can steer their motivation and steer the conversation towards that. So if they want to earn more money, I'm not going to talk to them too much about the mission and helping people and saving lives and all that kind of thing. And vice versa. If they're all about helping people, I'm not going to go on about all the money that you can make in this business. So find out why people want to actually do the business and what dollar figure would put a smile on their dial. And then you want to set their expectations. So, we already know that the products work. We know that the business model works, the vehicle works, the industry works, because everybody else around us are being successful. So the only differential is yourself. And that's why the self-development is so important. And it's about you growing into a better version of yourself, a better leader, a more confident person. So really honing in on their expectations and building up their beliefs. So we talk about the belief system all the time. You need to be a solid 9 or 10 in the 3 beliefs, which are belief in your product, belief in the industry and the company, and then belief in yourself. Now, when I first started, mine were around, a 5, a 6 or a 7, and now they're a 10 in all areas. So if you don't have a solid 10 in the products, let us know, because we'll give you all the audios and the videos and everything. And same with your new team members. If they're not a solid 10 in the products, then you need to send them, the YouTube links on the doctors talking about what Juice Plus does in the body. Or if they're not a solid 10 on the industry, then let us know, because we can send them Rise of the Entrepreneur, which is an awesome documentary on the industry and why traditional business and 9-to-5 jobs are not working. If they're not a solid 10 on themselves and they're in a belief in their ability to be able to rock this business, then let us know that as well, because then we can recommend books and audios and things like that they can do to be able to build their beliefs in their own system. So I encourage you guys to go and rate yourselves in those 3 areas. And if any of them are falling short of sort of an 8, a 9 or a 10, then sing out to your support team, and we're here to show you how you can, build those beliefs in those areas. The other thing too is social media. Like social media, as you guys know, is huge for our business. 80% of my business comes from social media, And you can't just rely on social media, though. You must take the conversations off social media, pick up the phone, ring people, text people, hold the events. Like you can't just sit behind your computer and expect Facebook to do all the work for you. But when it does come to social media, there's a few suggested posts that we would love to see your new team members do when they first come into the business. So one might be, they have the capsules in their hand or the chewies in their kid's hand, and just let people know, that they're loving whatever it is, whatever benefits they're feeling from taking these Juice Plus capsules or the chews. So that's one of the first posts that I would do. I would also do something about the business as well, like that they're, you might be a selfie with their support team, their upline, or it could be that they're sitting at the beach or whatever it is that, they would put a post up about how excited they are about their new business venture. Yeah, they don't have to mention everything else, or, they're rewriting, the next chapter in their life and they're super excited to share it with everybody. It might just be like, watch this space, or, that kind of thing. So you want to have a post somewhere in there about, that you've started a new business venture or a new chapter, or however you want to say it. Another post may be a testimonial. So you might have a customer that's getting awesome results. It could be your own testimonial. It could be someone in your team. Grab a testimonial from someone and, pop it up onto your page if it's okay with that person for you to do that. I know that when I shared my dad's story on gout, the amount of people that commented on that, I didn't realize so many people were suffering from gout. But that was just sharing a simple story about what Juice Plus had done for one of my customers, which happened to be my dad. And then from that, I got so many customers out of it whose, husbands or dads or brothers, were suffering from gout. So you might pick a theme one day and go, well, today I'm going to talk about more energy, or today I'm going to share a post about weight loss, or today I'm going to share a post about eczema, or whatever it is. So just pick a different testimonial to put up every now and then, and just make sure it's okay with that person to use it. Number 4 is like a picture of you living a lifestyle that people want. So, it might be that you are hanging with the kids, on a Monday, when people are dreading going to work. You've actually got the flexibility to hang with your kids and do some fun stuff. Or it might be you sitting at the beach with your laptop, and saying, this is my office for the day. Think of things that people are dissatisfied with in their life, and try and show them that there's a solution, or, there's a better way, basically. So get creative with it. I've already mentioned about testimonials, and then another post might be a motivational or an inspirational quote. I love starting my days with an inspirational quote, and I think other people love that kind of stuff as well. So I think it's an awesome way to, put people in a positive state of mind in the morning. So yeah, if you find a motivational quote that you love, then, you can use that Hootsuite app as well. To be able to schedule those posts. You don't have to be sitting on Facebook all day, every day. And you want to add value to people. So you might even put up a quick little recipe, or you might put up a smoothie recipe, or a quick workout, or it could be a video of you, like you've just finished a workout. Whatever it is, just think before you post something, like, how am I going to add value to someone's life today? What message am I trying to get out there? Use social media as your message to the world. So you want it to be inspiring. You want it to, to be a little ray of sunshine in people's lives, that positive message that people are not getting in their everyday life. And then if you sign up your first team member, I would put a post about that, or you might even put a post up that you're looking for new team members. You're looking to expand your business. Is there anyone out there that, wants to work their own hours, have, more time freedom around their kids, or, maybe they want extra income, travel more, whatever it is. Put some posts up there around that as well. Let people know that you're actually looking to build a team. You're looking to build a winning team of like-minded people. So yeah, use social media. We've actually got a document on it, which is on our Team TNT Facebook page, which has some suggested posting. And Jess also set up that Facebook page that it's called TNT Facebook Posts, where anyone can go in there from our team and grab whatever pictures they want and whack it up on your page. So there's heaps of stuff in there as well, guys. So go in there and use it. The last thing I wanted to touch base on today, because I'm sure I'm giving you lots of things to do, is using the starter guide. This is really simple. So this should be tatted. If you've got a new team member starting, they should just be able to whip this out every meeting they have with you. Yeah. So I love what they've done in here, putting the mission-driven model in here, because this is exactly what our business is about. This mission-driven model here. This is what we want to do, because we just wash, rinse, repeat with every single person that comes into our business, whether they're a customer or a team member. So basically, live the mission. Like, that's not hard, guys. You've spoken to me, you've heard me speak about that before. That's my number one thing that you have to do to be successful in this business, is live the mission. Yeah. And then you want to share your journey, share your story. Like, what has Juice Plus done for you? What benefits have you seen? Why did you say yes to the business? Inspire one simple change. Yeah. So that might be, you might ask people or your customers to go, okay, well, why don't you drink 2 litres of water every day for the next 30 days? Or why don't you get 8 hours of sleep a night? Or, cut out sugar, or exercise, move at least 30 minutes a day. Whatever it is, get them to do one simple change along with Juice Plus, so that they're getting even more benefits and they're feeling even more, healthier and happier and that kind of thing. Get to know your customer. Yeah, don't be afraid of calling your customers. A lot of people, especially around when their next shipment is due, they get really scared to call them. Don't be scared. This is your business. Take really good care of them. If you just do the bare minimum and just ring them once a month, or check in with them, or send them random text message to make sure they're keeping up their daily habit, like, just keep doing that, because there's no other companies out there that are doing that. If you went to the supermarket and got some supplements off the shelf, Swiss aren't ringing you every day to find out if you're taking it, or once a month, or you never hear from them again. So take really good care of your customers. The third thing is engage your customers. How do you engage them? Well, we engage them by plugging them into a Facebook page, or educating them, or sending them a recipe they can use, or inviting them along to a customer appreciation day, or sending them a nice little inspirational text message, whatever it is, but keep them engaged. And make sure they know what Juice Plus is actually doing in their body. So you might have, Fact Friday. You might turn Fridays into Fact Friday, and every Friday you send out a little message about what Juice Plus does in the body, just to keep them going, I didn't know that. Create a Juice Plus raving fan. That'll happen if you take care of your customers. And guess what? That's where your team's going to come from. When they're a raving fan, and they're loving the products, and they're loving the community and the support that they're getting. And then you go, well, why don't you just take a closer look at the business? Like, you love it. You want to share it with people that you love and care about. How I've just taken care of you is how we do this business, and it doesn't have to get much harder than that. So teach them that. Teach your new team that. The other thing as well in here, all your PVC points and everything in here, what your retail profit and everything is. That's another good reason to get your team used to this, because they're going to have to keep track of their PVC until their first 4,000. So show them how to figure it out. On this page, it's sharing your journey. So why did they say yes to Juice Plus? What were they hoping it to achieve? What's it done in their body? What's it done for them and their family? And since they've added it to their diet, like, what have they noticed? So get them really clear on how to share their product story. The other thing is their memory jogger. So they've got to have a list of people that they actually want to share Juice Plus with. And if you get them to clear their phone out, like, just go through their phone book and write down every single person's name that's in their phone book or on their Facebook friends. And then when they write that person's name down, think about the people around that person. So say it's a high school friend of yours, and that high school friend's brothers and sisters, or their mum and dad, then write down those people's names as well. So don't just think of the person directly, think of the people around that person that you also know that Juice Plus could also impact on. And you'll come up with a massive list. The 30 and 30 grid, it's the simplest tool you guys can use. If you just aim to add one new name every single day to your grid, that's an extra 30 names every single month. So 360 names will go on your active grid over the course of a year. And out of 360 people, do you reckon you'll find lots of team in there and lots of customers? Absolutely. And on a good day, if you're like, oh, I've already reached out to one new person today, I might bump it up to 2, or I might bump it up to 5. Yeah, so by the end of the month, you might have 50 names instead of 30 names. So don't just go do the bare minimum. That's just like, that's the benchmark. And then whatever else you do on top of that is a bonus. So, you know, for today, for instance, I've reached out to 10 new people about the business. Yeah, and I didn't reach out to anyone yesterday about the business or Saturday. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm have to make it up. So today I've reached out to 10. So do that. On days where we've got a bit more time, take the time to reach out to more people. It's a high paying activity. The last thing is developing your business story. So basically you're inviting your raving fan customers to come and join your business, because I'm sure that most of you guys were all raving fans first before you actually jumped onto the business. Very rarely do people get both straight away and they jump on board to the business at the same time as they become a customer, but some people do. But yeah, invite your customers to come and join the mission and share your story with them. You know, share why you went from being this awesome raving fan customer to a Juice Plus distributor, and what it's done for you and what you see it doing for you and your family into the future. So I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. I'm going to stop the recording. Hopefully that's given you a few things to think about, and I'm going to open it up to questions. So let me stop this recording. Thank you for jumping on today.